What is going on, folks? Happy Control Freak Friday. I'm so happy to be here today with you all on this Friday of Beattober. We are 2 weeks into Beattober. We are just about halfway there. We're actually over halfway there. 31 days in October. We are making beat videos every single day. It's really like a music making workout challenge for sure. And we're on the 16th. So yeah, if you've made it this far, you've made it this far. If you felt like you've been growing this Beattober, I'm excited for you and for that growth. And I would like to hear more about it in the chat. If you're here, I see a bunch of folks are here. Also, if you think other people should tune into this stream, like if you think this stream should have way more viewers than it has, give me a story shout out on your Instagram and let people know that they can come watch live, and that maybe if they're participating in Beattober, I might check out their beat because we're going to do a little bit of that today. We have a lot of stuff to do today. Mentioning that, I need to make my beat for tomorrow. So as you all probably know, I make my beats 1 day in advance, so I don't have to make a beat, edit it, and post it all on the same day. I'm 1 day ahead this whole Beattober. So I'm going to first make my beat for tomorrow, right now on the stream, and then I'm going to do some hashtag surfing. I'm going to go on Instagram and surf the hashtag Beattober, which I might add, there are 2,331 Beattober posts, which I think is really amazing. That means a lot of y'all are putting in a ton of work. And then what else are we going to do? I think that's it. We're going to make a beat. We're going to review some beats. Oh, and if there's a beat from this week that I created that y'all want to see broken down, we can do that too. Let me know where y'all want to start. Do you want to start with a beat breakdown? Do you want to start with making a beat? Or do you want to start with some hashtag surfing and reviewing folks' beats? I would love to know. I'd like to say hello to everybody in the chat as well, because I see y'all talking up a storm. Levi A., you were first here. Thank you so much for joining. Jake, I see you there. I'll answer your question in a bit. Ryan, hello. Samuel, Messiah, Radorian. Beisha is here. Beisha just put out a new single. Maybe we can check that out as we do like beat reviews today and stuff. My mom is here. Hello. Sammy Gamer, Saharsh, Rev Sabes holding it down. What is going on? Regina, hello. Nice to see you. I hope you are having a great Friday as well. Who else? It's the James Project. Did I say that already? I always forget whose name I've already said. But yes, welcome. Belindinoff, hello, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I just feel like I'm offending people if I skip them, so I want to be sure. Robbie Sko's been putting in work for Beattober, we know that. Savage TV Productions, Adam Starfall, Rashane is here. The Ender Gameplays. Hello, Becky. What's going on? Zach Hefner. Hello. I'm so excited for you all to be here. There's tons of you in the chat. I will, of course, take questions in the chat as we go throughout the day today, throughout the stream, and I'm happy to do that. Arky June, we're definitely going to touch on some of your content. Jonathan Rodriguez, will your merch be delivered to Bahrain? I think so. Maybe. Wow, I can't even talk today. ControlFreakClub.com to check it out. You can get this cool hoodie. I have masks and t-shirts, all that stuff, controlfreakclub.com. You should check it out. My dad is listening. Thank you, Dad. Tyra White is here. Lunch break. This is a perfect lunch break content, I think. But nobody's giving me suggestions on where to start, whether I should... let me actually show you guys. Maybe y'all haven't seen what I put together this week on my Beattober. And if there's a beat that you like, I'll open up the project file and we can actually just take a look at it. I think this will be kind of a lot to concentrate on and a lot to like kind of remember, but let's dive in and try it. I hope this is showing what I want it to show you, my Instagram. So a few beats this week. Let me see. Where did this week start? Where is Monday? What day is this? Does it show you the day or does it just show you the date? And it's not playing sound either. Oh yeah, 7 days ago, we had this very cool lo-fi launch key beat. Recorded in the bedroom, just vibing. I'm gonna keep surfing through. If you all see one that you really, really like and you're like, dang, I wish I could see the breakdown of it. I got really into like guitar samples this week for one reason or another. That one's cool. Some of these are still from, using the splice samples and all that. MIDI fighter, lo-fi here. If anyone jumps out to you, let me know. I'll open up the project file or I'll choose one at random. That one's a vibe. Broke out the Launchpad X for another one where I used some samples from my sample pack. I'm a fan of this. You know, Beattober is really interesting because we make beats and you have to make one beat every day. Like, that's the challenge, right? Or, you know, however many you can. And if you're pushing yourself to do that, at some point you start working on a beat and maybe you don't actually like it, but you feel like you need to stick with it and either make something you like or make something you don't like and just put it out and see how people respond. Sometimes people respond really well to the beats that I don't personally like. You never know what the audience is gonna enjoy. This one we made on stream last week. And then I recorded the video after the stream. That's a smooth one. Broke out the Machina Mark III for another. Y'all can let me know how the levels are. Oh, I should have lit a candle here today. This is using the Certified Gold pack that Native Instruments put out. Really cool drums and sounds. Let's see, bass there. I think my favorite one from this week, so if I have to pick one to break down, it'd be this one with the Lumi. It's more of like a dance track. Manuel, I don't know who Jeff Mack is, but I assume he has great style. Rev Sabes, glad you enjoyed the samples video. Yeah, if you guys are taking advantage of the free month of Splice and you need to know all the ways you can work with samples, check out the tutorial I put out on Saturday. See, this is not really like a beat, like this is not like a trap beat or like a spooky at all like I usually do, but I really want to mix things up and do like a dance track. All right, and the last one, the one that went out today, basically just now. You can catch a little bit of Duncan sleeping in the background. We'll see him in a moment. Redorian, I would say the sizes, let's see, Duncan's sleepy. I would say the sizes run a little bit small. I am 6 feet tall, and this is a large, and it fits me well. I think a medium might be a little bit too tight. Yeah, Delirium says I like the first tropical beat you made with the Lumi. Yeah, the Lumi like just inspires a different vibe for some reason. All right. Y'all let me know if there's one in particular. Like, shout out the name of the controller. That'll be the easiest way for me to know. Then I'll look at the date, and then I will potentially break it down. Aditya, yes. Splice is offering Ableton Live Lite for free. So anybody who doesn't have Ableton Live Lite, you should go on Splice's site and get it. I have a link to the, what do you call it? I have a link to the free month of Splice if you haven't taken advantage of that yet. That is in the description below. Yes, I'm stoked. Let's do it. I think while I'm going to go ahead and just open one at random, you know, because I don't know which one is from which day. So since there's not like a big consensus on which beat to break down, I'm just going to go into, oh. It says I look 5 feet on video. What is that supposed to mean? Unbelievable. Savage TV, there are no rules. So Savage TV says, even if you post every day, does it still count? What do you mean, does it still count? If you post the hashtag, I still might see it. You're still making music. Count? What does that mean? There's no rules. Down for any. Definitely took advantage. Awesome. Good to know. The Kai's Fire, the Machine Beat's my favorite. I saw 2 for the Machina one. See, the Machina one is more difficult to break down because it's in Machina. Not in Ableton. Well, it is in Ableton, but, you know. I'm just going to grab a random one. It's too much. I'm getting a little flustered by the chat. Let's jump in. Boom, boom, boom. What do you think? Some of these are not real. Some of these are from last week. Let's go with 10:15? No. 10:14? Maybe. 10:13? Let's try it. Timmy Gamer says I should stream Battlefront. That'd be fun. Should we do some game streams? All right, let's open up this project and see if it completely crashes the computer. It didn't. Oh, what's this one? Oh, this is the Machina one. I guess this is a good way to explore how I use the Machina to make this beat, right? So you're gonna notice that all these tracks are audio tracks. And you know, we're gonna break this down. We're gonna move kind of quickly off this one, but I think it is important. So Machina, which is right here, or machine, however you say it, right? Here it is. Nice big piece of gear. It's a really fun beat making tool, and it's very similar to like if you're an Ableton user and you use push, that's the biggest analog, but it really is meant to work with Native Instruments Machina software specifically, which looks like this. Which, if you notice, I'm actually running this within Ableton Live as a plugin, which you don't have to do. You can run it as a standalone program, essentially. But you, what was I going to say? Where was I going with? But I run it through Ableton Live because of reasons that I'm about to show you. So it works very similarly, right? Like you pick all your sounds within here. And like I said earlier, let's solo this track, right? We have one MIDI track with the Machina on it. It works very similarly, right? These are all different loops on different tracks. And let me play it. Can we hear it? Yeah. No. See, I knew this routing was going to be off. So why is this not turned on? All right, one way or the other. So I create the beat within Machina here, build my patterns, right? And then one by one, so my drums are here, all the layers are in here. Then one by one, I record them each into an audio track. So you'll notice I have a track here called drums that I then process. What am I missing here? Oh, it's not actually playing because we're in freaking session arrangement view. So I got my drum loop. That's recorded straight from this track where within Machina, I solo the drum track and then I record the audio into an audio track in Ableton's arrangement view. I repeat that process for every part. So that goes for the chords, the bass, the lead, the pad, the strings. Do that for everything. And what you notice is on each of these audio tracks, I do my normal processing. So all my mixing and audio processing is done pretty much done within Ableton Live. So I run my compressor, my EQ, all that stuff. I'm tweaking the sounds after I record them as audio. So it's really like working with stems and just straight up bouncing the musical ideas. So I have to really commit to them. The final step there is like, since I do it that way and I do the mixing and arrangement and all that within Ableton Live, I do the side chaining within Ableton Live as well, which means I have to set up this little dummy drum rack, which only has a kick in it. You can't hear it right now because it's turned off and it's meant to be turned off. And what happens is I take that audio that I recorded as drums, and Ableton has this really cool feature where if I copy this audio track onto this MIDI track, watch what happens. It converts it right from audio to MIDI, and it does it really accurately. So basically it's understanding that, okay, that's probably a kick, that's probably a snare, and that's probably a hi-hat. And it just translates those sounds. So now I could drop samples into this drum rack, and it could take the audio of what I played, and I could completely recreate it in a new MIDI track. That's not what I'm using it for. I'm actually using it to get a kick signal. So all these extra notes, that little hi-hat pattern and what looks like the snare pattern, I don't care about. The only thing I cared about is getting that kick signal, throwing a kick sample on it to trigger the sidechain compression, which you will hear right now. See that right there? It's bouncing, right? It's bouncing with the kick drum, but I can't sidechain if I only have audio drums. I need a MIDI signal, or I need the kick isolated. So I need to set up this MIDI track that only has the kick on it. It's turned off so we don't actually hear it. We hear the kick from the audio, but the same signal pattern is being sent to all the tracks to sidechain them. I hope that made sense to people. I feel like that was way too complicated of an explanation. I think the bottom line lesson there, though, is don't underestimate the MIDI drum functionality, the MIDI conversion functionality, I should say. This was a really fun beat to make. I like using Machina because it helps me break the habits that I might have formed with Ableton. And there's really cool chord pad features, all that good stuff. So I just like having all these tools at my disposal. I get them anyway. So I like using them to create differently. They inspire different ideas. Since that one was kind of, I won't say boring, but a little less involved, let's jump into another one. What is this 1014? Let's check it out. Some of them I start making something and I don't actually want to use it for Beattober, so I keep it for something else. And then, yeah. Chat, how do you feel about that? Any Machina users in the chat? I would love to know. What did I just do? Open the same one again? Yes. I'm insane. Okay. Let's try 1015. 1015R, which means it's the real one. Yep. Feel like it's a standalone instrument with a million possibilities. Yep. Feel that. How are you finding Luna? I have an Apollo, so tempted to try it out. Oh, people are using the Luna DAW, which is interesting. I wonder if you folks like it. Should I check it out? Should I do some content with it? Okay, so this is the dance track. I think this one is interesting to look at because it's got some serum stuff going on. I love this opening sound. And bringing in some drums. And we can check what happens right here to the synth. That nice tape stop sound. I love that so much. Let me look at the automation for it. Show automation so you can see it. It's this little device right here. Just literally automate that activate drop button on that last beat. And that you can get if you have Ableton Live Suite or if you have Max for Live. It's an audio effect called pitch drop. It's as simple as that. Pitch drop right there. It gives you that nice tape stop effect, and you can change the speed of it, the duration, sharp or soft, and I just think it's really effective. I definitely started it off with just that initial synth line. That kind of guided that whole thing. Here's a cool thing to check out. I use this technique a fair amount too in beat making. We have this initial riff, right? Like this very bright synth line, playful. When we land on a verse and the beat finally drops, that actually goes away, as you can see here. But it doesn't fully go away. I actually resampled it and pitched it down a whole octave. So same example as before with the Machina, I take this this MIDI track, and I route the audio to this audio track here, and I basically re-record it. So the process looks like this. I'm receiving audio from track 1, which is, our bright, happy MIDI loop. And I'm going to record arm this, and now I'm going to hit record and watch what happens. It's not recording my microphone or anything. It's recording the sound it's receiving from this track right here. And when you do that, now you have audio to play with. I can also process it differently because it's on a different track, etc. But what I chose to do was take that audio that I got and pitch it down an octave. And let's go into tones. So that, as opposed to this. And what that allows you to do is it allows you to use the same musical idea, but in a different way. So listen to as the, what I would consider like the first verse section, how it sounds compared to the intro. So now we have that same idea, that same groove, it's just pitched down an octave. And this is very fun here. I think this is another important thing to talk about in loop-based music. We tend to start and end things very cleanly, right? Like this loop goes for 4 bars, and then something new comes in for another 4 bars, and then on the next 4 bars we have something new, and then something new, and it's very even, everything every 4 bars. But if you can start to do stuff that's a little more like a pickup to the next downbeat, a pickup to the next bar, it can make things a little bit more interesting, and we can kind of break out of that loop mold. So the example I have here is, yes, we have this low pitch version of our main riff, our main melody, but I want to bring back in the higher pitch version. And to do that, we actually have a bar right here where the drums drop out. That's about all the change that happens. The drums drop out, and then instead of having this cleanly start on bar 17, instead we bring it back in 1 bar early. So we get a really cool pickup effect, and not everything is just so cleanly landing on, you know, every 4 bars. Comes in here. It's also accentuated by the drums dropping out here. Drop one thing out, drop one thing out, add one thing in, then we're good. And this is gonna filter in this percussion loop, and then big drop here. This is a track that I would consider expanding. For sure, for sure. All right, that's that track. Like I said, mostly serum sounds here. This is a splice vocal sample that I liked. I think it's cool when I think it's cool, like the ooh sound, right? Like it's cool that you can still hear the phrasing. It's not just taking a single note and making it into an instrument like I do a lot. Instead, we maintain that phrase. And this is a good way to show off the differences in warp modes. The 2 main warp modes that I flip between when I'm using like vocal samples like this are tones, which we're in now. So you get that very chipmunky sound as you get higher. Whereas if I use Complex Pro, it tries to maintain the character of the sound, so it won't give you as much of a chipmunky vibe. It very much tries to keep it sounding human, but as you can see, it doesn't always do a good job. It's got a little bit of a thin robot sound to it. Whereas I want, listen to that big difference there. Just in switching that warp mode. It's to taste. For different samples, it works differently. For different kinds of samples, for different ways you're playing them, it works differently, but I'm usually flipping between those 2 depending on the effect that I want. And that one seemed to work. Yes, cool. If we liked that, why don't we're gonna obviously make a beat today. So make sure you're hanging in for the long haul with us today. And I also want to give some shouts to some artists that have been working hard during Beattober. So let's do a little bit of hashtag surfing. What just happened? I gotta open up Ableton and then minimize it. Cool. Let's do this. One thing I'll point out as we do some hashtag surfing. So if you're in the chat right now and you have a username and you see your video go by, I probably will click on it. It's cool to see Street Halo here in top posts. And then I have a bunch of my videos from last year. They have an advantage, of course, because they've been up for a year, but that's cool. I see lots of familiar faces, which is great. And I don't want to double the time. I want to try to showcase new producers for sure. So that's one thing I'm going to be trying to do. But I want to start by actually talking about somebody that made major improvements here. So Arky June, right? Let's backtrack a little bit. I'm going to go to Arky June's page. Previously, Arky June was posting videos that looked like this. They had the title and like this logo on them the whole time, and they don't sound bad at all. They sound cool. He's got like rock vibes. Rock vibes mixed with electronic, slightly industrial, which I think is totally cool. Notice the views on this real quick. 92 views. Not terrible. We got finger drumming, but the logo and the text stays on the whole time. So last stream, I told Arky, I said, Arky, you gotta get rid of the logo, you gotta get rid of the text. Nobody is gonna click on it if it's just got a bunch of text. You might not even be able to see all the cool stuff you have going on. So it would seem that Arky made some major improvements. into his visuals. Look at this now. No text, no logo. Cool lighting. His face is lit in some of these. It's got a different color, guitar, and launchpad in the shot each time. So just to do this like surface level analysis, right? Started off with logos on the page. These are getting like 100, 92, 90. It's getting anywhere from like low 90s to 100 views with the logo and the text on them. Fast forward to now taking the logo off and just doing straight up videos. 153, 161, 173, 146, 261. The lit face probably has a lot to do with that, I would say. You can see the improvement in the engagement. And some of us, I think some people still think that like social media and Instagram does not matter. But what that means, that's plays. That's the equivalent to like Spotify plays, radio plays. Like that's more people hearing your music. So let's even look at the engagement. How can I see it? 81 likes, right? Let's compare that. Versus 27 likes, guys. That's crazy. Engagement. Engagement improvement, of course. Like it's a very small page, 258 followers, making very small adjustments like that. Thinking about your viewer. What are people going to click on? What are people going to want to watch? I think I should, of course, play today's beats since I've talked about him so much. Adding vocals. I didn't even realize it. To save me. It's not about your philosophy. I think that's great. Like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on people that I have already kind of mentioned, but I want to just show that as a marker of improvement, that like when you pay attention to the details, get rid of the text, get rid of the logo, focus on the visuals, focus on making something that's cool to look at and engaging, you'll see improvement. And the more people will engage with your work, the more people will like your videos and photos, etc., etc. Yeah. How do I get back to the hashtag? Oh, okay. We're back. I think this is Robbie. Oh, no, it's not. Lalo. Multi-instrumentalist. I love the panels. Have you guys posted on your story that you watch on the stream yet? I want to repost. ZJ Hefner has. This is really dope. All right, this is a solid example of people complain that they don't have the latest and greatest gear. Oh, Novation puts out a new launch key. I don't have it. I only have the Mark II. Who cares? This dude's making dope stuff with the older launch key model. Nobody cares. Great work. What should we comment? Epic. If you guys see a page that you like, please go to their username. Like, take note of the username. Go to their page. Give them a follow. Give them a like. Tell them you came from the stream. That would be cool. Let them know. What's this one? Cal versus. I like that. See, that is okay. Like logo popping up like after the video starts for like 2 seconds. I think that's fine. Lighting vibes. Fire. Switching up the different angles. Very good. Also, this is a nice classic hip-hop vibe. If you guys need more of the track volume, let me know. I put the hashtags in the description or the caption because I don't know if they actually work when they're in a comment. The other thing too, so this is a fire video, right? Some of you might be wondering, like, why doesn't it have enough views? It needs more views. I agree. One of the ways, format-wise, think about how we hold our phones, guys. We hold our phones like this. This is a vertical rectangle. When we will go to watch a YouTube video or something, we flip our phones like this. But when we're using Instagram, we're scrolling like this. So when we're doing that, a wide video like this one from Cal Versus takes up less screen real estate. Meaning that as you scroll through, it's taking up less room on the screen because it's a smaller, like wide image. If you instead shoot your videos, either shoot them vertically or crop them in a way so that the dimensions are 1080 by 1350, which is like this tall rectangle. It's not a story. A story is really tall, but a middle-sized rectangle, 1080 by 1350, will give you the most screen real estate in the Instagram newsfeed, meaning that if it's a bigger video, people are more likely to stop on it. As people are scrolling, it spends more time on the screen. So you get a little bit more engagement that way. If you're producing videos specifically for Instagram, should not be posting wide videos like this. That's old school. You could do what I do, is I try to center everything in the shot. So if this shot was 4x5, it'd be cropped like this, like try to outline it right here. So we could still see the push, we still see the monitor, a little bit of the screen, it'd be cropped. So what I do is I prepare my videos for both YouTube and Instagram, and I shoot them wide with the idea, with the knowing in my head that I'm gonna crop them so that I have a 4x5 version and the full wide version. I hope that makes sense. If you guys enjoy advice like that, let me know. Trying to drop as much value today as possible. I see guitar, Virtue, VRT.U. I don't speak full Spanish, but I think this says, I think that never in my life, and then I don't know this phrase. And me encanta means I love it, right? Or I love. Sounds like they're very stoked. Star Wars shirt, A+. Today it's something about the beat with guitar. I'm almost there. Can almost read it. Launch key user, epic. This is very chill. I didn't comment on the last one. Cool. I should go back and comment on that last one. I wish I could easily type emojis here. Please go to their pages and like spam their comment section and be like, TAETRO sent me here. Especially if you feel their vibes. Keep it going. Look at this. The lamp is turned on the side. We love that. Under this lit mouse pad. I like it. Red Syrup music. I've already looked at one of your beats, Red Syrup. Catching my eyes. I like that. That's a cool video effect. That's engaging. Also, like, he's only using one shot, right? But he's still using the zooms to make the thing visual interesting. Never moved the camera, but I feel like I'm doing a lot of video critique today more than music. At the end of the day, you're gonna make the music that you love anyway. Sanjay C, wise words. Make the music that you love. So what am I gonna tell you? Make different kind of music? No. Make the music that you love and then present it to the world in a way that people can consume it easily and enjoy it. I like this arpeggiated line. I play with the arpeggiator a lot like that as well. Very cool. I like the lamp turned over. That caught my eye. Oh, I forgot to. Let's say it. RIP lamp. And if you guys follow the Beattober hashtag, you'll actually get it in your feed without having to follow like a million different beat makers that you don't quite know. I like pineapple shirts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh! Samuel Messiah from Samuel Says, our segment every call-in show. Wait, he's actually fire though? I think this is what happens when you turn up to every Mentor Monday. And you take TAETRO's advice. Is that true, Samuel? Are you in the chat? Oh! And then he just sits back and enjoys it. Fire. We have to watch it again. Samuel, great job. I'm proud of you. Very good. Oh, some people are doing Inktober as well, it would seem. Ideal Constantine, is this your beat from today? Yes. I know Ideal Constantine consistently holding it down as a mod and helping out with the channel a bit, so. This, I already listened to this today, and it's so freaking good. Has 3 buttons though. One hand. Yes. This is a perfect collection of instruments too. Like, all those instruments fit in the same world, right? You have guitar sample, that vocal sample works really well, along with the brass. Something you should all be thinking about. And then adding those 808s. So thinking about that, like, what I also try to do, I think it's being accomplished here as well, is you want to fit in certain kind of elements. Like, maybe you want like a dance sounding track, or maybe you want like a ballad. For here, it's like a Latin style. How do you take the style that you want to achieve, but also bring it into contemporary world? Like, make it something contemporary so that it doesn't only live in that one style. The contemporary vibe here is the 808s for sure, and like the trap hi-hats. You totally take a Latin vibe and make it a contemporary beat by adding those simple elements. I do the same thing a lot with my drums. Like, if my kick and snare are those typical trap kick and snares, but I have like more ghostly or spooky elements behind it, it makes it into a contemporary style beat just by using those elements for sure. Somebody is using an Akai Fire, which I'm fascinated by.
Speaker and a new toy. Beattober.
Cat.
So real quick, was able to get this used. Paid $50 for it.
Nice.
Apparently that's a really good deal.
This is a whole TikTok.
So you'll see that in the future at some point. All right, so today I want to make a lo-fi track. I'm just going to take a swing in it, see how it goes. Okay.
Yes,
I've
let's
got
do
a
it.
spinning record. Once again, this is from Freeze Sound.
All right, get into it faster.
Record static. Actually ended up going with this one. The other one wasn't working with a beat.
See, skip
You
that.
ever start making
They
something
don't need
that's
to know
just
you made a
completely
mistake.
not what you were trying to make?
Skip it. It's
I'm
like
starting over.
Super Mario.
Told myself I wasn't going to use Hero Sound.
I actually think
Here
it's
I am
funny
using
that he's
Hero
showing
Sound.
himself
All
starting
right,
over.
I'm done for the night. This song almost broke me. I'm having such a hard time with this, and I've restarted this song like 3-4 separate times. But
Yeah, those chords are great.
It's already almost 11:30. It's past 11:30. Mr. Thomas Crane, SoundCloud. I'll try again tomorrow. Computer.
Yeah. That's why quick decisions matter, and that's what a lot of you can take from the Beattober challenge is making those fast decisions. If you start a track and you're 2 elements in and you feel like you're really struggling to make it work, like you're putting in a ton of effort and you're like, I can't get this to work, just start over. Like fast decisions like that. Like you're 2 melodies in, like you're a melody and a beat in, and you're like, this kind of sounds garbage. You either make a commitment in that moment to like, okay, I'm going to add things that make it not sound like garbage, or I'm going to start over. Give it up. You're like, who cares if you let go of that melody? If it wasn't great, it wasn't great anyway. You don't need to save it. Fast decisions. Daltrick is epic. Please go follow Daltrick. Don't put filters like this on your videos. makes me want an Electrab. That's cool. We like it. Let's keep surfing. We'll do 2 more, and then we're going to get into beat making. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying this stream. If you haven't yet, share it on your story so people know where to go. This dude's got my setup. It's got my MPK and my JBL speaker. Again, I like that we're starting on a different shot than the cover shot because I know it's going to go there eventually. I dropped the beat sooner. I would. Doesn't mean everybody has to. The fill! Oh no, I clicked the wrong button. Let's just listen again. I can't believe I clicked the button right at the wrong time. That bass is great as well. We love the water table. Fire. Great. Great presentation. Great setup. How do I get back to where I was now? This is so complicated. So Grantley is here. It says this is Grantley's beat. We got birds chirping. We got a little intro here, plugging in the gear. I'm a fan of that. This is you, Grantley? Did I click on the right one? Red Syrup, thank you for joining us today. Camera quality, epic. A little too soft though. Like you're in focus, but I would also love to have the keys in focus. This is very nice though. Yes, very good. Matt Adams. It looks like Matt A. Drums. So you guys know, like if you tag me and stuff, first of all, not everybody can tag me like in the actual video or the photo. Like those have to get approved and I get too many of them, so I don't put them on my page. But if you tag me in this caption, it comes out in my notifications. And say I just posted a picture or something, I get like a ton of notifications as soon as I post. So this will just get lost in the shuffle. So that's why if you tag me in something and you're expecting that I see it, I probably won't, unfortunately. You're not doing anything wrong. It's just like how it works. One more. This is our last one. Regina, who's got that control freak swag. Oh, why did I mute it? Filter that sample in. Kick on the top left. It's fine, I guess. It's like a vocal melody. Axis Music, thank you for the kind words. I lied, we're gonna check out one more thing after we check this out. Regina, you're great. What do I say? What's a good comment? Oh, I didn't see the guitar coming. Where's the plus button? Fire melody plus. Oh my god. Are y'all watching this? I have to copy and paste this plus sign because I literally can't hit it. That's the most I could type. I just can't figure it out. If I backlight the keyboard, you guys get interference in the audio, so I can't do that. Yes, that was great. I want to check out one more track before we move on. It's not actually on Instagram, I don't think, though. Double check that. Yeah, really quick. Let's look at Spotify for a second. Where is it at? So if y'all don't know, we have a star in our community. Young singer-songwriter who makes very cool music on Spotify. Her name is Beattober, and y'all should go follow her for sure. She just dropped this new track, which I haven't fully listened to, but I have one of her tracks in one of my playlists, and I think they're really dope. It's happening in my ears. There's so much happening in my ears. Slightly Billie Eilish vibe, right? We'll go to like the first beat drop. I think this track is great. I'm not gonna give the whole thing away. I want y'all to go listen to it on your own and then check out her other songs. In my playlist, what song do I have? By Beattober. I have Stop Feeling. That's one of my favorite tracks. So y'all need to check that out. She's very talented, very cool voice. If y'all think we should collaborate on a track, drop that in the chat as well. I think we need to get into some beat making though, friends. I've got my launch key here. That's not what I want. This is what I want. I got my launch key here and we can go ahead and start making something. So let's start from a totally blank project as that loads up. I want to check in with the chat. How are you all? Rep Sabes, exactly, right? Fire. Thank you all for hanging out today. I hope you're enjoying some of the beats that you've heard so far. If you are just tuning in, you can go and watch the beginning of the stream. I break down some beats that I made, as well as review some tracks. Make sure you go show those artists some love of the tracks that I checked out. You should totally do it. And follow them and comment on their stuff. You know, Beattober is also about community. It's not just about posting your own stuff. It's about linking up with other folks. For sure. Looks like chat is just on fire today. So I'm going to bounce off that for now. You guys are great. And we're going to move into the beat making segment of the stream. Like I said before, I've got my launch key. This camera is like quite precarious. Those of you who follow behind the scenes stuff know. But let's get into it. We got our blank Ableton project here. What should we start with? Kevin says, bro, I brought a MIDI. You brought one or you bought one? If you brought one, where is it? If you bought one, which one did you buy? I'm trolling, bro. I'm trolling. I'm going to do a serum. I'm going to start with serum again. Let me know in the chat if you watched the Blackpink documentary on Netflix. Just gonna throw that out there. I need everybody all the blinks to identify themselves ASAP. Okay, I use these two like Ariana Grande and Dua Lipa packs a lot. Let's just start. Let's come up with an idea. I actually don't even have a... We can start with some arpeggiator. An arpeggiated line. I rarely do that, but that's what's coming to me today. Especially if I don't have like a clear melody idea in my head or something. Starting with an arpeggiated line gives me... I don't have to think about the rhythm as much, you know? Let's change this to down. See, but I don't really want it to be a dance track. I think I'm not going to use the arpeggiator actually. Gil, what's up? Nobody sees your comments? It's a lot of comments, bro, to keep up with and make beats at the same time. It's a lot. See, we're close. We're getting there. Just coming up with this melody. Maybe that's a little too aggressive in that octave. I'm just gonna see, that's the thing. Like, I don't know how I feel about this melody, but I am just going to start and record it and see where it takes me. Let's count that tempo. Bump, ba-dum, don't, D4, 1, D4. We're fast today. Let's do it. Oh, let's actually turn the metronome on though. Ready. Wow, I messed it up. One more time. I want to do that thing where the last phrase is lower. Boom. We'll start with this little phrase here. See where it takes us. Let's go ahead and quantize it. And for those of you who don't know, my process for making Beattober beats is I make the beat first and then I shoot the video. This way I don't feel the pressure of cameras rolling. I'm not worried about the file size of the video. I come up with the track first, then I have all the ideas. Then all I have to do is go back and say, okay, what did I play there? Dun, dun, dun. Then I go back and play it on camera. I re-record it in a new slot. That's my process. Let's do like a really hard beat. Jeez, every time I try to do that with Splice, man, only on stream. Let's get a kick. I think as soon as we get drums in here, we're going to be able to take this to the next level. I want a really hard hitting. See, that's hard hitting, but not quite where I want it to be. I might want that slightly more acoustic sound, but maybe not. So I pick a couple samples. That might be a little too much. I'm just going to drop them in my drum rack so I have options. See, something like that might actually be it. Let's switch to drum mode. No, it's not deep enough. That's got a little too much on it. Maybe that. We need a kick with enough meat on the bones. I want to make this I want to use some brass in this track. Yeah, okay, something like that. And let's get some real drumline sounding drums here. I have a couple. What did I do? I think that's what I want. So again, like going for a feel here, I'm that melody, even though I might not think it's great, has inspired a track idea in my head. And I know I'm gonna be able to layer it. And even if it's not even if this is not the sound that I use, I like the idea, I like the melody. These samples are great. You know what we're gonna do with those. We do need a straight up snare though. I need this one. Alright, I think I'm not gonna use that sound. I'm gonna replace it for this one. And then we need, like I was talking about before with style, I think I am gonna need that typical trap snare. I have enough of my my little drumline sounds here. So let's go ahead and get some snares, some actual snares here. My murder beat snares that I always use. We might make these into rolls in a bit, but let's start to play with some. Alright, I think I'm gonna just lay down this basic idea and then add some perks on top of it. So let's do that. That's the wrong snare. The combination of that one right there and that one right there, I'm a big fan of. I'm gonna play with that. What a mess. Boom, then we have a nice pattern here to play with. Let's play with. Oh, the quantization got a little messed up there. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. So, like, if I was recording this beat, like if I had the pressure of recording this beat as I was coming up with the ideas, like that would stress me out. I would have to keep replaying it. I wouldn't be able to come up with ideas as fast. So that's why. Thank you, Tyra. Thank you for hanging out on your lunch break. Appreciate your time. Enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend. All right, and I definitely want a nice hi-hat pattern here. I think my tempo. Yeah, all right, so I'm going to do the hi-hats myself, the old-fashioned way. Let's just find the one-shots. I wish this menu was easier to get to. All right, that's a good one. Once you have samples that you like, it's easy to just kind of find your sound and use them across projects, which I really like. Actually, don't know if I want to use that one. Maybe that one. One more look. That one's nice. I think that's the one. All right, we're gonna use the two of those and we're gonna create some rolls. very easily with the arpeggiator. Y'all have seen me do this a bunch of times, but if you're new here, maybe not. First thing we're going to do is throw an arpeggiator on the particular drum. Then we have, you know, a steady rate. Effortless hi-hats, right? But now we can do this with multiple hi-hats and give them different rates. So we can create rolls like this. And then we can get crazy with it. You know, a very solid, a very common practice in trap is doing very fast rolls. Yep, and then we'll do one more that actually changes pitch as it arpeggiates. The way we do that is by turning up the steps. That's going up. It's going beyond what we can actually hear. Let's bring it down instead, like that. I've been doing this a lot lately. And let's just hear how we can fit that all in. All right, so let's add a layer. Oh my God, I'm destroying this microphone. Let's add a layer onto it with hi-hats. So I duplicated the loop and I'm gonna now have a version with hi-hats. Let's try it. Boom, and it loops by itself because it was already a loop. Let's give that a nice little quantize. I can see spots where I accidentally hit the wrong pad. Yeah, the only thing about arping the pads is I actually might do this here, is I might want to process the the hi-hats differently than I process the rest of the drums. So let me show you what I mean here. So I just duplicated my drum rack, right? And now I'm going to delete everything that is not the hi-hats. And then the other pattern, which pattern did I just do that in? Let's rearrange these. So now the pattern, the duplicate, I'm going to get rid of just the hi-hats. So now we have two separate tracks, and I'm going to label this so that we don't get confused. So we have our drums and our hi-hats now separately. I can mix them separately, but I can also sidechain them without having to put, otherwise I would have had to put a sidechain on every single drum pad that had a hi-hat on it. And that's tedious. So now I can do something like this. Find the drum rack, find the kick. And now I can get my hi-hats to slightly duck. And I gotta tell you guys, hi-hat sounds annoy me a lot. I get very annoyed by hi-hat sounds. Not in other people's tracks, just in my tracks. I'm usually putting a vocoder on them to make them wider. Now that makes it sound like more like a shaker, but if I pull slightly off the dry wet, I still get some of that width. And I might pan them. So now they're more blended in the mix. I see that my master is touching red, so I'm just gonna pull everything down so we don't get crazy here. What headphones should you get? The best headphones you can afford, of course. These are JBL Club 1s, I really like them. I don't think they're really made for music. I'm also listening through my hood, so that tells you how much I care about headphones. But I really like these headphones. They're also wireless, Bluetooth, and noise canceling. Status Audio CB1s are $100 headphones that are very good. My Apple AirPods are great, though you can't work with them in real time like this. All right, it's time to add the brass. I know I said I was going to do that before, but let's do it now. Yes. Currently says arping the hi-hats might be the way to go. Yeah, it's literally impossible to play some of those rolls, some of those subdivisions, especially on these pads. I mean, somebody like Jay Black maybe could play like 30-second rolls, but I can't. And the easy way for me to do it is via the arpeggiator. So let's add some brass in here. I'm going to use the contact library pretty much for any like real sounding instruments. That's what I end up doing. I can change the articulation. So that's a very standard articulation. It's a harder hitting one. Sforzando is like short and hard. Staccato is very short. You can hear how the sound is different with all the different articulations, but I'm actually going to pull back on the reverb. It's the only thing about these sounds is they sound slightly unnatural when you pull off reverb. But let's see how we can fit this in here. Heavy brass. Let's do something moving like that with motion. Something like that, but I feel like it's a little too much. Yeah, something like that. See if I can do that, if I can play the octaves. My messy playing. Let's try again. Keep on trying. That's it. I need to adjust my settings. Boom. Let's see if the legato button will work here. Go away, go away. Let's see if we can also change the articulation again. Yes, there it is. See how that completely transforms? That's what I was looking for. Actually, I do have a breather here. A little breather, which is like a very bright reverb. Hear that little crispness on top? Sending the brass to that gives it that little bit. All right, let's keep moving. you know what we're going to add next. Type in the chat. If you know what we're going to add next, drop it in the chat. I'll wait. I need to save this project for sure. Don't wait too long to save your projects. What am I doing? Recordings. All my Beattober beats are neatly in a folder. Tomorrow is 10/17. I'm so good at typing. And we can save it in case something crashes. Doing the Big Easy today? Maybe. Yeah, a little bit of that New Orleans style. Hitesh, you're right. I could have just used the fixed chord mode. You all have so many good guesses, but only one person has got it right so far. Well, technically Grantley got it right too. Samuel Messiah was correct. We are going to add some 808s. Y'all saying vocal sample? I know that I definitely do that a lot. I always use vocal samples. It's like a signature thing of mine, I think, at this point. But I don't really know how a vocal sample is going to fit in this track, if it's even going to fit. So we will perhaps do that, experiment with that. But let's add some 808s first. This track is dying for 808s right now, and I don't want them to be too loud. Thank you, Delirium. These need to be some big, fat, heavy 808s. We need some glide, I think. I guess you don't have to see the keyboard yet. I'll show you the keyboard in a moment. Where are we at with this glide situation? Glide. Yeah, I think I know what I want to play. Not that, though. Close. Oh, whoops. I was going to try to do a slide up there. So close. Little details. All right, this is the time. We got it. Last time. I lied. I think that's it, kind of. Again, since I'm going to be shooting a video, and since I'm going to be recording all these ideas again, I'm not worried about getting them 100% perfect, because that's just going to slow down my process. I'm worried about just getting the ideas down. So that there's enough there for me to play again. We need a hey, for sure. And there's one hey sample that I like. That's it. there. Wait, what happened? Oh. What are we missing? Something on top, I think. I think I want something else playing this line. Maybe. What can we do? I just lost my train of thought. I'm gonna actually get another contact. A lot of times that's what I do, is I just duplicate a track. And I want to find... I don't want the brass playing that at all. But what I do want is a guitar. So let's find a guitar. I don't love these guitar sounds. Let's see what happens if we bring this up an octave. That way it's blending with the synth. So now we have these two sounds. Let's group them together and see how they blend. If we spread them out now, we'll get a nice wide sound. I think I'm going to take the reverb off this. What is that hyper? Boom. Arky says, do you use a live guitar sometimes? Sometimes. Not if I'm usually just sitting here making beats though, but I do play guitar. So let's continue on. Let's add one more element maybe. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? What are we missing? Like a synth, right? I want something epic. I don't know. I always just go to the same sound packs. It's gonna be hard to hear anything over the brass. It's gotta be something. I think that's the line, but what's the sun? Playing so messy. Rev saves, you feel whatever you feel you need to do, you do. You have my endorsement. Yeah, bells too. I think bells is a good layer to add on top. Right now I'm looking for that like middle layer of like keys. And I think I want like a really wide sound. Like a very synthy sound. Let's check out synth pads. No, pads are going to be too washy. I want something straight up like I'm close. I'm close. I don't think it's the super saw. Maybe it is. I think that's what we're gonna do. Let's just lay those chords down. Like this is an instance of like I'm spending too much time on this. That's gonna be good enough for now. I just don't want to get hung up on this sound. I'm gonna get rid of my little extra notes here. Let's make sure these are all legato. You gotta watch out when you do legato because sometimes it gets rid of notes, and we do want this note to hang. Nope, not all of them. Just this one. We definitely need some width. Actually, this arpeggiator's already here. Chord trigger. It's getting weirder and weirder. So now let's add some space. Now that we've got the arpeggiator on. Cool. I think that's the vibe, maybe. There we go. So if we do that with the arpeggiator, add this space in here. Now it's actually grooving. I'll keep it in this octave for now. It might be a situation where there's a hook and I might include that. Cool. Good number of viewers from India. Yes, I think so, Delirium. It's true. I gotta switch back to my face. We are TAETRO National. Yes, international. One thing, did I not add like snare? Clap. That's what I need. Clap. The snare was just not sounding right. That could work. Let's replace one of these. Actually, we have a blank slot there. I don't want that. Oh, the 808s are too loud, Samuel? Is that what you said? It's okay. I like this now because we have those layers. All right, we can get fancier with the drums here. Like with that. Like I can copy this pattern up here and we can play that fill. And I think that works. We haven't done that fill yet either. Let's add that little roll in there. I lost it. That's what it is. I don't want those. Where are these samples? Let's get them panned. Jim, thank you for hanging out today in this stream. If you all are having fun in the stream today and you would like to show your support at controlfreak.club.com, controlfreakclub.com, please do so. The link is in the description down below. Get yourself a cool hoodie. Get yourself a decent mask. It fits on my headphones. It's really cool. I don't show this design off too often, but this is one of my favorite designs for sure. It's got the skull and the launch pad and the launch key. This is on shirts and hoodies and all that. So if you don't need another mask, you're good there. We're gonna do a quick arrangement of this as well. I know we said vocal samples before. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate you. Good. Let's just see what we can add.
All right.
I want like an A. Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking for. But that's not going to really work because it's like a run. It's a phrase. I want a single note.
Fight! Alright. Ooh. No. Can you see?
You guys can hear all the vocal samples I've used before. Let's see what we can do with that. It's got effects on it, which I don't really like, but warp. Rev saves. Thank you. You don't have to do that. All right, I definitely think a vocal sample can work, but not that one that I just put in there. Please.
Loop. Yeah.
See, that's basic enough. I think this one's too soft. I need an aggressive, like, see, this track is very aggressive. Let's find an aggressive vocal sample for it.
Go! Get eyes.
Nope.
Yeah. Let's go.
If I was not on stream, I would be spending much less time on this beat, for full transparency. But I think we're having a good time. I'm having fun making something different. I don't think I've made a beat like this yet, Beattober. I think I can use that first phrase. I feel like I have the sample already, but... What?
Hustle.
Mi cabra no se mueve.
What did I do wrong? Oh. I do have that sample already. I did not. There we go. I always click the wrong sample. Anyway. All right, let's crank up this. And I like to sometimes widen the vocal samples lately. So I use a doubler, which is a Waves plugin. And we'll keep that. No, we don't want it mono, stereo. Get a slightly wider sound, which I like. I don't want that glide on there. Gonna be honest, I just don't like the vocal sample. Let's do a quick arrangement, and that will kind of guide me a little bit more with letting me know what I need. So let's do this. We're gonna drop the drums in at bar 5. We can already start bopping our heads. Instead of doing that though, I'm gonna use the end of the drum so we get that little fill. Hi-hats will come in there. I think it's a yes. Should the hi-hats then not come in? Cool. Then everything all at once. Boom, right there. Let's copy all of it. Big drop right here, and that's our basic idea. And that'll be our basic arrangement. I think adding some bells and whistles, like some effects and all that stuff. Like a riser, for instance. I didn't even put the mastering chain on it yet. We'll find out. And then a crash. There. Dum-da-dum. All right, have a good night, Rev Saves. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for all you do. I think this is as far as I can take this one today. It's a good sketch. It's a good idea. It's not fully formed, but it's there. Like, there could be something else with the drums here. I'm fine with that for today. I think that's what it's gotta be for now. But yeah, I want to hear what it sounds like with the mastering chain. We like the before and after. Let's play from here. Before. And let's drop the chain. Here we go, here we go. I'll take it. Perfect example of where I would use that pitch stop device that we used earlier. Pitch drop, I should say, would be on this group. Activate the drop. Turn on our automation lane. Dun, dun, da, da, dun. Right here, we would activate it. And now I can copy that to the 808. Let's put a sub drop here. So all these little bells and whistles that I add, even though I haven't shot the video yet, like I haven't made the actual version of the beat that's going to be in the video, I can still keep all the bells and whistles and this basic structure. So I can take, once I record like in this new row, I'll record all these ideas again so that the video matches what I'm playing. Then I could just use this as a complete guide. Are we back? Hey y'all, I think that we're back, kind of. I'll do one more playthrough of the beat, what I have so far. Then I'm going to just log off and film this, because I got to film my beat for tomorrow. But I'll show you guys the final track. I think the internet is stable again, but sorry for the interruption, obviously. Thank you so much for tuning into the live stream. Here is the track so far. So you can still hear me, huh? Interesting. I think we're smooth now. The stream is definitely not caught up to where I'm at in real life, so I won't be able to interact with the chat though. Bum, 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 bum. That's where we're at. I'm a big fan of this little section where the brass first comes in. At UTC, if I bring the 808s down an octave, it's gonna be very hard to hear the 808s. Cool. All right, looks like we have some technical issues, but anyway, I appreciate you all for tuning in. The stream is going to be live for folks to watch the whole thing. If you did not catch the beginning where we went over some beats that I've already made this week for Beattober, we reviewed some beats that we saw on the Beattober hashtag, and of course we started making this beat, which was a lot of fun for sure. So I thank you all for tuning in. Check out controlfreakclub.com, please. Pick up some merch so that I can get better internet. I will likely record the video for this beat right after this. This will be tomorrow's beat, so make sure you comment on tomorrow's beat and be like, yo, I was there for the stream. Like, let everybody know that you guys got to saw it made live for sure. It's a very trance synth. All right, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been TAETRO for another live stream. Join me next Friday for another Control Freak Friday. Join me on Tuesday for TAETRO Talks, and stay tuned for a new video this weekend. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been TAETRO. Have a good one.